Welcome back to the vlog, guys. Today we're in the shop and we're getting ready to work on yet another project that I've acquired. Now, I got the beater and we're still going to do the beater bash, but I haven't even worked on it yet. And now we're going to work on this 4Runner. It's a 2000 4Runner and it was in a wreck, so I got it, we bought it back, and then had to straighten the frame a little bit on it. My uncle already did that, and then I ended up buying it from him. So now I just got to do the front end. It needs a bumper and a grill, headlights, a couple other things like that. But I bought one online, and not wanting to buy a fully built one, I decided I would buy a build your own one, which I liked the design better, so that was kind of a plus. But it's in a lot more pieces than I thought. So this is what I'm going to try to build right here. We got Zach over here helping me, so at least we got a little bit of help. But we have all these pieces we need to place together, but reading the instructions, it says you have to modify, I gotta modify the frame first. This one's flush. This one here has got like ½ inch, so something's cocked. In addition to the 4Runner project, my dad's also here working on his Jeep. Now this is probably going to be the recovery rig for the beater bash, but he's getting in pretty deep.
Got a little bit to do on her. A little axle swap. Got
just missing a couple of things right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some JK axles in it. Fix up some of the mess somebody left here. And yeah, that's about it.
So Zach and I kind of ran out of steam the other day, but I'm back for day 2. Now, I was showing you guys before, I think, we were gonna leave these boxed, but it's not gonna work because you won't have enough clearance to put the pieces on there. So I had to cut those off, and then I went and got bolts. So the next thing I gotta do is I gotta weld these nuts onto this plate because this will be inside the bumper. So in the instructions it tells you just to take this bracket out, but this bracket is the latch support for the hood, and I don't want the hood to bounce and have the radiator support flexing. So I'm just going to go ahead and notch this out so that I can slide back in. It looks like, looking off of that distance right there, I probably need to cut it back about an inch. Apparently I messed up, so I thought you were supposed to line that up right there in the corner, but that's obviously kind of retarded now that you look at it. This has to be flush with this. I just assumed it would go right there because it hits this AC line. Let me cut it back off, catch you in a second. Alright, so here's the update on the slots that I cut for the AC line and that center brace. I did end up moving this post back a little bit and then just re-welding it on, but it still wasn't enough. So just for reference, this is a Badland Apex winch from Harbor Freight, and it does not fit in this bumper without some serious modification. I ended up having to cut both of these side plates down right here because it was too tight, and it actually needs to slide over towards the driver's side a little bit. But the big thing is it hits right here on that brace. They did tell you to take it out, but I didn't want to take it out, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it to work or not. This is probably my favorite part of the project right here, just fitting up all these little laser cut pieces and getting everything looking nice. It's like a big kid puzzle project. Kind of stoked. So my SD card filled up the other day when I was working on this, but I did get all of these pieces tacked in. I welded behind here, painted it, and then tacked this piece on. And then the same thing on this side. I do have to go back in and kind of like finesse this because it needs to come out a little bit. So I got a couple more tacks to put on there, and then from there I can just take the take the bumper off and weld it all up. Okay, so once I pulled it off, I tacked in the brackets for the winch. It's like a winch support or something, these 4 right here. And now I'm just gonna go through and weld it all up. So guys, this project requires quite a bit of welding. Like, I'm into it. I don't even know how many hours at this point, but it's coming along. So I've got most of the outside stuff that I can weld right now welded up. I kind of ran a bead right here because this one had a gap, and then I'm just gonna run a tiny little bead, kind of like I did on this one, on all these spots. If you can see how it's flush. I don't know why they designed it like that. I guess probably so you can get square edges, but I'm going to take the grinder and just run a little bead down in there, and then just do a real small, quick, nothing pretty bead on there so I can grind it off easier. And then everything will be welded on the inside. Like, so I'll go through and like finish welding this. Just got a couple of beads in there so far. This is mostly welded up. This is all welded on the inside, so I don't know if I'm going to even worry about welding that one or not. But. And then on the front here, I ran a bead through that gap. Same thing up there. I'm thinking I'll probably just wire weld this down. I don't know, depending. It looks pretty good how it is, but depending how it looks. When I paint it or powder coat it, I don't want it to be like, I don't want it to have a bunch of holes in it, like little tiny divots. So I don't know. We'll see how that looks. And then on these toe eyes right here, so it's 3 plates of 3/16, so you can see them in there in the center. And if they're not welded and you like pull on that, it's gonna tweak them. So I ran a weave, nice little weave down there over the top of it. And that's how it looks right now. You know, the silicon's popping off, but she'll clean up decent. And then yeah, once I finish welding the outside or welding the inside, I'll go to the outside and then I'll buff it down and stuff. And then I'm not sure, this is gonna be an anticlimactic video. Climactic? I don't know, you know what I mean. Video, because I'm not gonna have it all the way done in this. I'm either gonna paint it or I'm gonna send it off for powder coat. Now, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a lift on the unit or not. I thought about maybe doing like a 3-inch lift, a little bit bigger tires, but I'm not really sure. I'm undecided at this point. I might just do wheels and tires. Let me know in the comments if you think I should do a lift on this unit or if I should just keep it stock height. I'm gonna be doing some wheeling, mostly just trails and camping. So, all right guys, that's gonna do it for this little episode of the 4Runner build. So the next time you see this, it's gonna be probably in Colorado on our little Jeep 4Runner off-roading trip, camping trip. So that'll be a pretty fun vlog that's coming up here in like 3-4 weeks. I'm not really sure right off while I'm doing this video, but it'll be coming soon, within probably the next month. So keep an eye out for that, and you'll see this puppy out on the trail, and hopefully she lasts, and hopefully she doesn't break down, because I was thinking about taking it out on a trip this weekend just to break it in, but I don't know. She's never been on the highway before, so I'm not sure. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Catch you on the next one.